The reason our lives are the way that they are, the reason you see the chaos, the disarray, the suffering, is because we are disconnected from the greater truths of the universe at large. We are so fixated on our little planet and in this temporary little life that we're not aware of the universe and the truths that exist at large. We are so sucked into this temporary experience that we think this is all there is. But once you become aware of universal laws, universal truths, you no longer create the disharmony, the suffering in your own experience. This form that you occupy, most of us are at the space of recognizing that this is not who I am. I'm just having a temporary dream. Who I truly am is my consciousness, is my awareness, is my energy. And if you're at the point of truly not only knowing that like conceptually, but truly knowing it experientially, then you know that you are the source of your experience. Yet if you're not aware of it, then every experience that you have in your life is aiding you to become aware of it. The first truth that we need to become aware of: we are our consciousness. The life within me is who I am, not this body. This is just a temporary form that I'm occupying for this temporary experience. If I'm conscious of the fact that I am my awareness, my consciousness, then I recognize that I'm creating through my awareness, my consciousness, and that is the source of my experience. This is where I want you to really be with me and hear me. Try to release old programs and beliefs and ideas and just be here with a clean, clear mind. Whatever problem you're facing in your life, it is not what you think it is. The problem is not what you're doing. The problem is not what they're doing. The only problem is your state of consciousness. Let's become aware of a higher truth once again. This world, this little grain of sand, is a made-up world. It's not ultimate truth. It's not ultimate reality. What is ultimate reality is infinite consciousness, which you are an expression of. The more you think the problem is here in this little world, the more unaware you are of the greater truths at large, including who you truly are. So you, being infinite consciousness, having a temporary physical experience, for the purpose of experiencing yourself, experiencing who you truly are, will go about your life having and creating, without awareness, your reality, and every single experience that you create is one iota closer to bringing you back into truth, to waking you up to the fact that you're creating it. So I have a friend who's very dear to me, and I've been watching this being for the last 2 years go through a cycle, reaching despair, trying really hard, coming to some level of success, reaching despair. Trying really hard, reaching some level of success, coming into despair. And this cycle has happened maybe 12 times. And I'm watching it as an observer from the outside, aware of what the root cause is. But they're not ready yet to become aware of the root cause. This cycle is what's bringing them closer to awakening to the root cause. They're not aware that they are the source of this cycle. They believe that if they just keep trying hard, if they just find another solution, if they just brilliantly come up with another plan, they'll finally reach the happiness and success that they're looking for. It will take however many more cycles of despair and loss for them to finally awaken to the truth. My state of consciousness is the source of this. for as long as I'm holding the state of being that I'm a failure. How could I have ever done this? I fuck everything up. Everyone is better off without me. I need to make this happen. It doesn't matter what they do. As long as that is their state of consciousness, that is the source of their energy, whatever they do will fail. Because they're not connected to who they truly are. They're not connected to their inner power. They're disconnected from the power of the universe. They think they're alone. They're unaware. They're here, fixated in this little world with blinders on of the greater truth at large. I'm an infinite being having a temporary experience. It's not that serious. I can relax. I'm literally an aspect of source energy. I'm an aspect of God. I'm an aspect of all that is. I'm not alone. I'm like a drop of water in an ocean. I'm always guided. I'm never alone. I can relax. I can enjoy. I can trust. I know that I'm taken care of. I don't need to struggle and strain by my little self to try to make something happen. I can allow it to happen. As long as that is the state of consciousness that you're occupying, it doesn't matter what you do, you will always be happy and successful. Because that is the source of your energy that's creating. That is the source of your thoughts, your words, and your actions, which are highly, highly creative. So when your state of consciousness and your state of being is, I'm a failure, I don't really like who I am, I don't feel confident in my own being, I don't trust myself, I don't believe I'm competent, I don't feel powerful, I doubt my abilities, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough. As long as that is the feeling that you hold within your body, it doesn't matter what you do, what you say. You could have the blueprint for overnight success from God handed to you for what to do, but it will still fail because the source of those actions, the source of those words, the source of those thoughts come from a place of disconnection from truth, disconnection from who you truly are. Because none of those things are true. It's not true that you're a failure. Though all of those thoughts are false. It's not true that you're not good enough. That's why it doesn't feel good. That's why you disconnect yourself from the universe. Because the universe, or that source energy that you come from, knows that you're perfect as you are, knows that you're powerful, knows that you're competent, knows that you're capable. So when you choose to believe that you're something less, you pinch yourself off and you operate from lies. And therefore you create more lies, more failure, more things to be depressed about, more things to go into despair over. So it's truly not complicated. All you have to do is recognize that you're an aspect of God. You're an aspect of all that is. And it's not even, and it's basic truth. Of course you're an aspect of all that is because you exist. That is your evidence for being an aspect of all that is. You're here, which means you're an aspect of God because God, what our society calls God, is all that is. And you're here, so you're an aspect of all that is, which means you're perfect, you're whole, you're powerful, you're highly creative. Any thought that you hold that isn't that is a lie. I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, all that, those BS things that occupy human minds, they're lies. They're just not true. It's like a false cloud that you're holding on to that isn't true. If you just let it go, you realize, oh, I'm actually wonderful. I'm perfect. There's nothing I have to prove. I am. And when you occupy this state, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you say, blissful follows you wherever you go. Wonderful experiences follow you wherever you go, whatever you do. You don't even have to think about anything. It's your state of consciousness of being in harmony with the true essence of who you are that creates. So this is what I want you to remember. I am the source of my experience. What I'm seeing externally is a reflection of my state of consciousness. And before I get comments about what about children and war, please go see my other videos. I talk a lot about this as well, but I will just say this very quickly. A spirit does not want the same thing as the human mind. The human mind wants safety, comfort, predictability. The spirit wants expansion and experience. The spirit does not judge an experience as good or bad. It finds expansion and gratitude in every experience, knowing that it's temporary. So when you recognize that every human life, it's just a temporary dream, you're no longer so concerned with why war, why this, why that. You allow everything to be the same way source energy allows everything to be and allows beings, spirits, to create their own experience. Going back to the reminders, I am the source of my experience, and everything that I see externally is a projection of my state of consciousness. If I continue to see the same cycle repeat itself, I need to look at myself and see what state of consciousness am I occupying that is creating or projecting this experience, this reality. Because I'm conscious enough, aware enough to know that I'm the root of it, I'm the cause of it, I'm the source of it. And I'm so powerful that if I choose to change my state of consciousness now, I will project a brand new reality now.